Just do a song. Just do one song to welcome.
Yes. Okay, everybody. Let's sing a song for Shabbat. Maya fe hayo. Guys, help us out. Right from there. Shalom. Maya fe hayo. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, shalom. Shabbat, shalom. One more time. Maya fe hayom. Shabbat, shalom. Maya fe hayom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. And now our choir is going to sing. It's the best you'll ever hear them. They're going to sing using their hands. Everybody else can try that too. Are you ready? Here we go.
Let's rise together, please, everybody, because we're going to welcome in that Shabbat bride with Shalom Aleichem.
HaKadosh Baruch Hu Boachem Boachem L'Shalom Malachei HaShalom Malachei Elyon Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Baruchuni L'Shalom Malachei HaShalom Malachei Elyon Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Tzeitchem L'Shalom Tzeitchem L'Shalom Malachei HaShalom Malachei Elyon Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu HaKadosh Baruch Hu HaKadosh Baruch
We remain standing for the candle lighting. Shelley Gettner and Rachel Cass, if you'll join us, please, up here as we join together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher kiddishanu b'mitzvotav v'mitzvotav. V'tzivanu, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner. V'tzivanu, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner. V'tzivanu, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner. Shel Shabbat.
May the brightness of these candles banish all gloom, anxiety, and care from our hearts and from the hearts of our loved ones. May this Shabbat bring us peace and serenity, joy and rest. Keep aglow within us, O God, the spirit of gratitude for your many blessings, so that we may know the sweet taste of contentment and the rich harvest of sharing. Amen.
Now relax and enjoy, okay? You may be seated. Be able to follow now in the Siddur, the prayer book, page 11, Lechu Neranena. Naria Litzur Yishenu Nekadma Fanav V'toda. Naria Litzur Yishenu Bismirot Naria Lo Lechu Neranena Lechu Neranena Haladonai Ranena Lechu Neranena Page 14, we continue now with Yismechu Hashamayim.
Yismechu Hashamayim v'tahagel haaretz. Yismechu Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim v'tahagel haaretz. Yehiram hayam, Yehiram hayam, Yehiram hayam, umlo. Yehiram hayam, Yehiram hayam, Yehiram hayam, umlo. Yismechu Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Tahagel Ha'areh. Kaz, your Shir Aliyah has a song for us for Shabbat? All right. From Debbie Friedman, our favorite song, and it comes from the Psalms, Sing unto God a New Song.
right. Oh, everybody doing okay? You ready for a long weekend? You ready for your bat mitzvah, Rachel Katz? You breathe a little bit heavier than most people here, just so you know that. But it's really nice to share, even though I love the fact, we're sorry not all of you got to go away on vacation, but it's a staycation. You're here with us for Shabbat. That's really nice. It's an exciting weekend for us. We unveiled a new service at 5:30 for younger families. You saw them as they came in. Over 100 people came to that one. We changed the time here from 7:30 to 6:30, try and get children, more families be able to come. So we're shaking it up a little bit, and so it's a pleasure to share. Earlier with Shalom Aleichem, we welcomed in the Shabbat angels. Now we're going to welcome in the Shabbat bride. Page 23, you'll find Lecha Dodi. The first two stanzas, we're going to remain seated, and then finally we'll turn the page to page 25. That final stanza, Bo'eva Shalom, will face towards the door. They'll open up. We'll welcome the beautiful image of the Shabbat bride as we join together. Rise together, please. We turn the page. Bo'eva Shalom.
Bo'eva Shalom, עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוניה סגולה. בואי חלה, לה 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 לה, לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה, לה 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 לה, הדודי, לקראת קלה, מה נקבלה, לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה, שבת נקבלה. We remain standing, page 39A. There you'll find the Baruch Hu, the official call to prayer.
Yai la 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 Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Adonai HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach לעולם ועד. יאי לה
La 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 la. La ya la 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 ya la 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 la. La 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 la. Ya la 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 la. You may be seated. Just a couple of questions on this Shabbat. Today is actually a special Shabbat. Anybody know why today? Not just, I know it's a 3-day weekend. Bless you. That's why it's a 3-day. There you go. Gesundheit. Thank you so much, right? It's always a blessing. Anybody know why this Shabbat? It doesn't happen very often. Something that happens once a month in the Jewish calendar, right? Doesn't always happen on Shabbat, but it actually happens this Shabbat. Anybody know what's happening? What is it? The choir is here. I gotta give them a candy for that. I mean, that's. But what Jewish moment? What day? It is Rosh Chodesh, which is. What does that mean, Rosh Chodesh? It is the new month. And tonight, when you go outside, what will the moon look like? When you look up, what will the moon look like, Elena? It will be not a full moon. It will not be a full moon. But we want to thank you for playing the game. All right? You're so close. You know what? It was such a great answer. Go ahead anyway. Go ahead. It's not the full moon. It might be what might call the opposite of a full moon. But that would be, Kenny, what would it be? What would we call that moon? A new moon. A new moon. Tell you what. I got one more for you anyway. Anyway, this is the month of Elul, which is the month right before Rosh Hashanah. And we're very excited because Rosh Hashanah is coming. So we're going to continue in our service, page 40. Page 40, Ki Hem Chayenu.
כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגה יומם ולילה כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגה יומם ולילה כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגה יומם ולילה כי הם חיינו ויורך ימינו ובהם נגה יומם ולילה.
Rachel Katz, you're going to come up here and lead us, please. Page 41. Boys and girls, most of you know that when we do the Shema, we close our eyes to those first 6 words because we think about oneness with God. And Rachel's going to lead us as we join together with her.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Be'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, bechol levavcha, ubechol nafshecha, ubechol meodecha, ve'hayu Hadivarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom halevavecha veshinantam levanecha vedivartapam beshivtecha bevetecha uvelechtecha vaderech uvshochbecha uvekumecha Ukshartam leot al yadecha vehayu latotafot beineinecha uktavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha.
If you turn the page towards the bottom of the page, 4th line up, we continue.
Leman tiskeru ve'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'item kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem Asher Otzeitiechem Me'eretz Mitzrayim Liot lachem le'Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem Emet.
Back. We continue now, page 44, if you will. Micha Mocha.
And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. Micha Mocha ba'elim Adonai, Vika mocha nedar v'kodesh, Nora tehilot. Nora tehilot, Osef elef. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long.
Micha Mocha, we finished now the Shamru, page 46. Rachel, you're coming back up with us. Okay, page 46 at the very top. I was supposed to close my basket. Ready?
Veshamru Bnei Yisrael.
Join along with her, come on.
Et
Thank you. There you go.
Hashavat Lasot et Hashabat Ledorotem Berit Olam. Veshamru Bnei Yisrael et Hashabat Lasot et Hashabat Ledorotem Berit Olam. Beini uvein Bnei Yisrael Oti leolam, Oti leolam, Oti leolam. Veshamru Bnei Yisrael et Hashabat Lasot et Hashabat Ledorotem Berit Olam. Ki sheshet yamim Asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz veshamru Bnei Yisrael et hashabat lasot et hashabat ledorotem berit olam. Uvayom hashvi Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. Veshamru Bnei Yisrael et hashabat lasot et hashabat ledorotem berit olam.
All right, I have a Shabbat story, so if any of the kids want to come and to sit down here, you can on the floor right over here. Come on, you can sit down. Come on, sit down, any of you want. Come on. I know. Come on. All right. Not closer. Sophie, are you too big for this now? Are you too big for this now? Come on, there you go. All right, shh. Now, some of you may know the story. Some of you may know the story, so don't want you to ruin the ending, okay? Shh. The story of a king, lots of stories with kings, who had the biggest diamond in the world. Shh. The biggest diamond. It was so big, right? It was almost like the size of a football. It was huge, the biggest diamond. But this king was so selfish that he wouldn't let anybody ever see it. He kept it locked in a safe underneath his throne. And whenever he wanted to see it, he would dismiss everybody. Say, everybody get out of my chambers. Out, out, out. And he'd go and he'd open it up back and forth with that combination. He would take out that diamond. He'd look at it in the light and how beautiful and everything. And when he was done with it, then he'd put it away. And everyone in the kingdom had heard about the diamond. And they wanted to see it. But the king said, no one can see it but me. Well, one day the king took out the diamond. He was looking at it. It was so beautiful. And just then it slipped out of his fingers. And it fell to the floor ever so slowly. And it hit the floor, and it went just like, ding. It was the loudest ding in the world.
And he picked up that diamond and he looked at it. He said, please, God, don't let it be damaged, please. And he picked it up and he looked. But sure enough, there was a crack almost all the way through that diamond. From the bottom almost all the way to the top. So the king said, well, it's not the biggest, most beautiful diamond in the world now. So now I'll let people see it. So he decided that he'd put it down in one of the display cases and people could come through and see it and marvel that the king had such a big diamond, even though it wasn't the most beautiful diamond in the world anymore. One day, a man came through who was a jeweler. And he looked at it and he said, oh, that diamond's very nice. I could make that the most beautiful diamond in the world. And the guards heard him. And they took him before the king. And the king said, did you say that you could make it the most beautiful diamond in the world? He said, yes. And the king said, if you can do it, I will give you your weight in gold. But if not, you're going to be locked in the dungeon forever. Let go, thank you. And he looked at it and said, forever? That's a long time. So he gave him the diamond. He went back to the house. He had guards there for 30 days and 30 nights. That was what the king gave him to fix it. And so he doesn't come back. But at the end of those 30 days, the guards brought him back. And the king said, so, did you fix it? He goes, I think so. He goes, you better have, because you know what's going to happen. He says, I don't want to be in the dungeon forever. I would really like my weight in gold. So he took out of the bag, and he showed it to the king. And the king looked at the diamond, and he began to shout, but that crack is still there. You didn't fix it. And he said, wait, look carefully. And the king looked, and he followed the crack all the way to the top, and he saw a flower. And he noticed that now the crack looked like the stem of a flower. And there was even a leaf or two, and at the top it looked like a rose. And sure enough, when you held up to the light, it glimmered and gleamed and shined like the most beautiful thing in the world. And the king said, you did it. You made the most beautiful thing in the world. And the man said, the jeweler said, King, it's just how you look at life. When you looked at it, I saw a crack. But when I looked at it, I saw what could be a beautiful flower. And the king understood the message. It's how you look at life that matters. And so the king was changed, as often happens in these great stories, right? And he became the nicest king in the kingdom. And he put that diamond out there for everybody to see so that they can enjoy the beauty and to learn to see only if you could the good things in life. On Shabbat, we try and see all the best. Right, Sophie? All the good things we try and see. So here's what we're going to do. Let's see. You know this is my favorite game. Let's see who can go back to a seat the quietest. Shh. Let's see who wins. As we continue with the Chatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
Amen.
ועומד יברח חירותי וימליך מלכותי. בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל. בעגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן. יהי רבם מבורך לעלם לעלמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו Amen.
Silent Amidah, we rise on page 47. Adults and kids, this is your turn. This is your time to come into oneness with God, that closest relationship. But before we enter into that Hebrew or English or your private prayers, we have a kavanah, a meditation. Adonai tzvatai tiftach. Please, God, open my lips that my mouth may proclaim your praise as we join together.
Anana na 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 na
Adonai.
Anana na 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 tzvotach tiftach.
Shvatai
tifta.
Ananananana Ufi Yagi
Ufi Yagi
Tehilatecha
Ananananana Adonai Shvatai tifta. Ananananana Ufi Yagi Ufi Yagi Tehilatecha.
Remember to add for Rosh Chodesh as well for the new month in our prayers. When you're finished, you may be seated when you're finished.
Shalom bimroma. Shalom bimroma. Hu yase shalom. Yase shalom. Oh say shalom. Oh say shalom. Shalom.
That was beautiful. Should we bless our children?
I think it's a great idea.
Would you like to be blessed? All right, go find an adult that you came with. If you didn't, I'll bless you. That's okay. If you did, and if you have a child or grandchild or someone with you you'd like to bless, tell you what, let's stand up with them. And page 75. Is that right or no? Page 75, you'll find the blessing. So let's start with, it's the new year, let's start with girls this time. I think last year we started with boys. So if you have a girl, go ahead, put your hand on her head. We're going to do the beginning of the prayer for girls. And you'll find it there transliterated on the left-hand side of 75. Here we go. Yesimech Elohim Kisara Rivka Rachel v'Leah. May God make you like Sarah, Becca, Rachel, and Leah. Now, if you have a boy, go ahead, or boys, find them. Put your hand on their heads. Here we go. Yesimcha Elohim Ke'Ephraim v'Chimenashe. May God make you like Ephraim and Menashe. Now, with your hands on all kids you have there, we continue. Yavarechecha Adonai v'yishmarecha. Together with me. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May Adonai bless you and protect you. May Adonai's countenance shine upon you. May Adonai bestow kindness upon you. May Adonai's countenance be lifted toward you, and may God grant you peace. And we say, Amen. And seal it with a kiss. Go ahead. There you go. It's always nice to bless your children. We're going to rise together. Rachel Katz, you're going to lead us in the Kiddush. All right? We don't want you to forget that. Come on up. Rachel wants you very much to join along with her. So on page 55, you'll find Kiddush, and let's join together with Rachel.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotov v'ratzavanu Shabbat Kodsha Behava Uratzon Inhilanu Zikaron Lemase Bereshit Ki Hu Yom Techila Lemikra Kodesh Zecher Letziot Mitzrayim Kivanu Bacharta Ve'otanu Kidashta Mikol Hamim Ve'Shabbat Kodshecha Ve'ahava Uvratzon Kichatzanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen.
We remain standing for Aleinu, page 56.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol l'tetu l'leotzer breshit shelo asanu kiyoyei haratzot v'lo samanu k'mishbechot adama shelo sam chelkenu kahem v'gor aleinu kecho hamona Ve'anachnu korim Mishtachavim umodim Livnei melech Malchei hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu She'unotei shamayim ve'yosed haaretz U'Moshe bikaru hashamayim imao Ushchinatu zo, begove meromi. Hu Eloheinu einod, emet malkeinu epezulato, kakatu betorato, ve'adata yom ve'hashivota, mielevavecha. Ki Adonai Hu Elohim Bashamayim Mima'al Ve'aretz Mitachat Einod Ne'emar Ve'haya Adonai Le'melech al kol haaretz Vayom hahu Yel Adonai echad Ushemo echad.
You may be seated. At this time of memorial, We remember those who have gone before us. So boys and girls, the names I'm about to read are the names of people who have died but who are still alive in our hearts and in our lives, and we still remember their love. On this Shabbat, remember the yahrzeits of Ben Bass, Mildred Bender, William Gelfand, Dr. Oscar Alberto Kletsky, Eva Mandel, Simon Morris, Marvin Schanzer, Benjamin Hershowitz, Jacob Levin, Fanny Mahler, Hugo Phillip, Howard David Thomas, Vera Vigil, Fidel Braun, Ruth Gorin, George Kaplan, Sam Katz, William Krause, Rima Nadell, Marlene Thomas, Murray Walmark, Daniel D. Bernstein, Florence Chestnut, Ned Gaventer, Esther Lieber, Melvin Sachs-Rosen, Arlene Zide, Julian Lavin, Simeon Weissman, Louis Barbanel, Sonia Kajes, Felicia Axelrod, Chase Eisner, Gilbert J. Gilbert, Sidney Gitterman, Rebecca Goldfarb, Ruth Gorlick, Sarah Broder Clayman, Sophie Schumann, Ann Sobel, Stanley Tenenbaum, Max Titus, and David Strauss. So at this time, all who have neither desire to recite the words of the mourner's Kaddish, I invite you to rise. Page 58, whether you're here in the congregation or, by the way, we have people at home who are watching by live streaming who can't make it here for all kinds of reasons. We hope that those of you at home and those of you here are given strength and comfort as you now recite these words. Yit Gadal V'Yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah. Amen. Be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yamechon v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael b'agala v'zman kari v'meru. Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mavorach v'olam u'me'omaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal Shmei dekudesha brichu le'elah min kol birchata v'shirata Tushbechata v'nechmata, Damiran v'alma v'meru. Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'meru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'meru. Amen. May God establish His peace in the heavens, grant peace and harmony for us, for all of Israel and all of humanity. We say, Amen. Mr. Rick Schumacher, our president. You have some announcements, don't you?
Sure.
Come on up, please.
Thank you, Rabbi Vogel. Shabbat Shalom. Welcome, everyone. I'm so glad you're here, whether you come here every week or whether you're visiting for the first time, whether you're watching on our live stream, welcome. And happy birthday to everyone who just might be celebrating birthdays this month in September. We'll get to you in just a minute. So I want you to know that tomorrow morning our Shabbat service begins at 9:15 a.m. Rachel, you should be here at 9 a.m., if not earlier. And we'll celebrate your bat mitzvah. I'm looking forward to it. Keep smiling. We also have an afternoon service tomorrow. We have a mincha service, and we'll celebrate the bar mitzvah of Drew Shore. Next Saturday, on September 10th, we'll celebrate the bar mitzvah of Adam Starkman, and our service begins again at 9:15 a.m. on Saturday morning. Friday night next week, we have our Shabbat Fusion service, and that also begins, as tonight's did, at 6:30 p.m. But there won't be all sorts of things going on before it. So relax. I want you to know also on Sunday, September 11th, that's next weekend, beginning at 1 p.m. is our Center for Judaic Arts Rosh Hashanah program. There's information in our blue and gold handout about that. It looks fantastic to me. And there's information about all of our other upcoming events as well. You can also find information on our website at templealiyah.org and in our weekly email blast. I want to thank Phil, wherever you went, our usher and greeter and all-around great guy, for welcoming the congregation and our visitors today. Thank you very much to Shelley and Gary for sponsoring our Oneg Shabbat this evening in honor of Rachel's bat mitzvah, and it's also sponsored by Beth and Neil Shore in honor of Drew's bar mitzvah, which takes place tomorrow. I would like to take one other moment, if I could, before I give it back to Rabbi Vogel and Hazan Stein for a little birthday celebrating, to remind everyone to please refrain from using cameras, cell phones, or video games, or other electronic devices while you're here during Shabbat. It helps us maintain the sanctity of our Shabbat observance. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. So if you have a birthday, so by the way, I know some of you had somebody or two people maybe a birthday in August and you weren't able to be here. So if the August or September birthday, you can come up and share. Come on, up here if you have August or September. I'm checking ID though. May does not count. Half birthdays do not count. Who else? Yeah, come on. Come on, Bryce. Anybody else coming up? Come on, Mallory. There you go. Yeah, your mom wasn't going to let you get out of that one, was she? Not going to happen. All right, is that it? Here we go. Shh. So they have to help. Every month they help by telling me the name, how old they are this month, or in this case, last month maybe, and what you'd like to be when you grow up, if you happen to know. All right, you ready? Okay. Should be worried a little bit. Go ahead. Name.
Eden,
Eden, right. How old are you this month?
9.
9. What would you like to be when you grow up?
A professional dancer.
Professional dancer. You are a good dancer, by the way. You should like to be a professional dancer. Very nice. What's the difference between a professional dancer and a regular dancer?
Professional performs at competitions and ends up on TV.
There you go. Ends up on TV. There you go. All right, go ahead. We're going to have a chocolate bar for you. All right, get back there. Go. Who's next?
My name is Colin, and I turned
Wait, Colin, hold on. Everybody heard that? It's Colin's birthday. It's coming. And how old were you?
9.
9. Also 9. That's a popular birthday this year, I guess. All right, what would you like to be when you grow up?
I don't know.
You don't know? After all that time? That was it? What are you thinking about in terms of, like, what area? Would you like to be a doctor? Would you like to... A magician. It's a magician. A doctor's kind of a magician, too, right? Right? Can make everything... So what kind of... Do you know any, like, tricks now?
Yeah.
You do. Can you make me disappear?
No.
No. Thank you. I'm so glad. That was nice of you not to make me disappear. Go ahead. We got a chocolate bar for you. All right. Bryce, hold on. Get in here. You ready? Shh. Bryce, what's your name?
Bryce,
Good. All right. And how old are you going to be this month?
I'm 7.
You're going to be 7, right? Good. And what would you like to be when you grow up?
A firefighter.
A firefighter. Now, a firefighter, he doesn't make fires, right? He puts out fires. Does he help people?
Yes.
Right? And we have women and men both who help and they protect us. Oh, that would be so wonderful. You're a firefighter. Well, you always look out and be safe. Okay, go ahead. And don't play with matches, Bryce. Go ahead. Come on. Mallory, come on. Next.
I'm Mallory,
You are good. And you're going to be?
13.
13, yay, which means you're going to have a bat mitzvah, I think.
Yeah.
That's good. And what would you like to be when you grow up?
I'm not really sure.
You're not really sure either. You could be a firefighter. Have you thought about that maybe? You haven't thought about that. How about a professional dancer? You haven't thought about that either. Magician? You haven't thought about that. All right, well, so it's important to know what you don't want to be before you know what you're going to be, so that's great. You got lots of time. Go ahead, get a chocolate bar. And we want to thank the American Dental Association for our gifts tonight to each of these. And we're going to celebrate together with happy birthday and Yom Huledet Sameach to our birthdays.
Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear children and young adults. Happy birthday to you.
All right, so we're going to finish up with Adon Olam. Right, here we go, Adon Olam. All right.
Adon Olam Hashem alach, v'terem kol yetzir nivra, ve'et nasa v'chefza kol, azay melech shemo nikra. Adon Olam Hashem alach, v'terem kol yetzir nivra, bap 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 bap, ve'acharei kichlot hakol, levado yimelach nora.
Page 211 if you want. Page 211.
והוא יהיה בתפארה. אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כה יציר נברא. בם 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 בם. והוא אחד ואין שני, להמשיל לו להכבירה, בלי ראשית בלי תכלית, ולא העוז והמשרה. אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כה יציר נברא. בם 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 בם. והוא אלי וחי גואלי, וצור חבלי ביצרה, והוא ניסי ומנוס לי, מנת כוסי ביום אקרא. אדון עולם השם הלך בטרם כל יציר נברא, הבפ בפ בפ בפ, ביעדו אף כדרוכי, ועת אישן ועירה, ואם רוחי גבייתי, אדוני לי ולא אירא. אדון עולם השם הלך בטרם כל יציר נברא, הבפ בפ בפ בפ. עשה אדון עולם השם הלך בטרם כל יציר נברא, הבפ בפ. One more time. עשה אדון עולם השם הלך בטרם כל יציר נברא, הבפ בפ בפ בפ.
Hey, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Come and join us for our own egg. Come on, please.
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom.
I'll look for one. I'll look. You get one if you're lucky. Let me see what I can find. All right, go, 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 go. Your birthday? Yeah. When's your birthday? Today? No. Seriously, today? Why didn't you tell me that before?